Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First up, the heat in the 325mm tree felling championship. So you can already see how this game works. They put the first pocket into the upright pole, and that holds the springboard. Now the springboards, as you can see, if they're on a nice flat angle, probably about 5 degrees above or below is preferable. They want to be able to keep their balance. When they put those holes in, they're looking as an optimum of 4 blows, leaving no chip in the back of the pocket so that the toe of the springboard will go in well. So on stand number 1, it's Josh Adamson making good time up to the top as he addresses the first scarf, starts moving it out. Each one of our other axemen getting their extra boards in. So they're going to cut the first scarf. So Jack Argent also now on his top board addressing first scarf. So the idea, they're going to take as much wood out of that first block as they can, then they're going to be down and then they'll get up to address the rear. They'll take as much out as they can to make it as easy as possible. And see Willie McDonald now putting in his third board, heads to the top. But it's going to be Josh Adamson first down, taking the boards down. So at the moment, between Jack Argent and Willie McDonald, they got the work to do. Bill Huaki now up onto the top. So Josh Adamson, first board into place. Other competitors still addressing first scarf of the block, right up on top of the tree. As you can imagine, you need a little bit of a head for heights to be able to do this. It's a question of balance, a question of strength. They use the boards a little bit differently sometimes. They're looking for a little bit of spring to help the cut, or they're just looking for really good balance. So Josh Adamson, second board in, second side as he gets up towards the top of the pole. Jack Argent on 2. He's putting in the pocket for his first board to come back up. Willie McDonald still beatering away there on the first scarf. Bill Huaki in a similar position, but at the moment it's all Josh Adamson on number 1. Now he's put the work in on the front. Now he's got to take out the wood nice and cleanly, just as you would in a standing chop. The only difference is you're well above the ground and having to keep balance while you're up there. The pole's moving, as you can see. Block is well anchored. So Jack Argent on 2, second board in, balances the third across. So he gets himself in position. Looks like a good board. Very high angle, but probably not likely to droop. Josh Adamson doing a very good job here. Nice straight board, and he's through as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there's our first for the day in this heat. As we head through to the first of the world titles, you know there's a bit of money on offer. $1,500 for number 1, so they'll all be working towards it. So the other 3 competitors need to make sure they finish off well. Jack Argent now getting up onto his top board. Will get his balance. He likes them up on an angle. I can see a little bit of a slab came out underneath the pocket. Takes a look. Not happy. So first and second go through to the A final. Third and fourth go through to the B final. So Jack Argent having a look at that pocket again, cleaning it out, making sure that the toe is going to fit in nice and cleanly. Both Willie McDonald, Bill Huaki, first board in, second side. So work their way towards the block up on top. Now let's have a look. Jack Argent, he's come all the way from Australia. Board looks like it's holding. He looks a bit more comfortable now. Puts his foot right up on the back, sitting very high it is. Loosens the axe out, starts the second scarf. Willie McDonald now ready to put in his third board, starts to work on the pocket. As I said, optimal is 4 hits, leaving it nice and clean so the toe's not going to be obstructed when it's put in. Bill Huaki puts the balance for his third board, steps up. He's going to start addressing his third pocket. But it's Jack Argent from Australia working to try and get him place in that A final. Cutting quite cleanly, falling away. We're using radiata pine here. He's got to cut through 325mm. So there we have it. Jack Argent, hopefully he's found the first taste of the Kiwi wood to his liking. gets himself through in a second here in the first heat for this world title, 325mm tree felling championship, celebrating 50 years, 1968, the first A&P show, the first outing for the Rotorua Axemen's Club. Great to be here 50 years later having such a good field for you. So I tell you what, if you're watching and you've got your cell phone, this is going to be an event to watch. Ring the locals in town, tell them to come out and join us. We've got a great 3 days of competition. So Willie McDonald now, he's up on top, third board in place. Looks like it's holding well, getting a bit of movement in the pole as he takes the second scarf now. Bill Huaki, he's on 4, just putting through that pocket for his third board so he can get up and take care of that block as well. So Willie McDonald from Waiuku. Takes a few hits out of the bottom as he works his way around the scarf. Comes up again from the bottom, working around, not quite ready there. I can see a little bit of movement. So can he. There, just about. Sends it on its way. Well done, William McDonald. So just Bill Huaki to finish out now. He's on his second scarf. Board looks like it's nice and stable. Looking exactly level, a little bit of a droop, perhaps about 1 to 2 degrees. Won't be holding him up at all. Takes a fair bit of courage to do this event, you've got to admit. Now this event sponsored by Terry Honick, but we all know him as Mook. He's been a member of the Rotorua Axemen's Club for many years, and having been a past president, he's represented New Zealand in the wood chopping team for many years. He's still a very active member of the club, and particularly now his son Axel is following in his father's footsteps as a New Zealand champion. Thanks, Mook, for your generous support of this event. So we're just finishing out in this heat. Bill Huaki working on that second scarf. Pole's moving around. He's got a little bit of work to do from where we're looking. But he knows that. He'll be working through to make sure that he just gets those hits in the right place. Looks over the far side, sees the amount of wood that's in there. Goes straight to that side, puts a cut and clears a little bit of it out of the way. Goes near side. And as you can see, it takes a lot to be able to get up on the pole and do that. We say it can times can be a bit more of a marathon than a sprint. Now we can see the movement, puts in the drive, and there she goes. Bill Huaki finishes out here in our first event.